Everybody, just let you know, I was going to do that one, two parts that ran long. So we're going to do the accounting part of it, the software part of it now. Here we go. Okay, so part two of this. Let's finish this, right? I'm taking a little lunch break here. I got a little time. Ryan did an estimate. So I got a few minutes. Thought I'd sit down and we'd finish this up so I can get it edited and posted for you. So the accounting part of it, what software to use. Now, we started out using QuickBooks Intuit online. It's a little cheaper than the desktop version and a lot easier to maneuver. But we've just recently switched. I'm switching to Patriot software. I'm still learning it, so I can't tell you. It is cheaper. It has all the same features pretty much. It doesn't have an app. I got to do everything online. And so maybe someday they'll get an app to do that. But as far as billing and invoicing, it seems pretty straightforward and easy. They use Stripe, which I'm a little leery of right at the moment. I don't use that for credit cards, nothing like that. I have Freedom Payments here locally that I use. They're a local organization. I think I've done a video on them before, not on YouTube, but they're a local company here in Idaho that are veteran owned, and they help vets, and that's something near and dear to my heart. We'll maybe get into that some other time, but anyway, so I did this for 3.5 years by myself. I did all the book work. I didn't do a lot of things right. I didn't have a lot of things categorized right. So um, it didn't come out right. I wound up a year ago, a little over a year ago, hiring a bookkeeper to help me and straighten out my books. And we didn't go back too far because what's done is done basically. And it would have taken forever. And he's got a lot of irons in the fire. And I was kind of his first company that he's taken on since he's gotten back into the accounting part of it. So there's some good and bad with QuickBooks. It's easy, super easy. They have an app. It's step-by-step instruction. It's you got to learn how to categorize. I told my bookkeeper that his name is Todd, and I told him I think I need to take an accounting class or whatever at night, online, just to not to take his job, but to try and figure out what I'm doing, if I'm doing it right, or how to do it, or to understand it. We laughed about that. Might not be a bad idea, but QuickBooks is easy to use if you have a little bit of instruction. I kind of just self-taught, so that's why it was done wrong. I didn't have everything categorized correctly. It was my problem. It's all there. It just wasn't categorized correctly to use for my full benefit. Didn't make my company look as good as it could be financially because I was putting things in the wrong spot. But there are downfalls to every company, and QuickBooks, their fees, they fee you to death. They charge you a fee to accept money. They take ACH is 1%. To take credit cards, it's 2.9% plus some other fee. It basically comes out to like 3.5. Well, they didn't up until just here in the last month, maybe. they didn't have a way for the customer to pay that fee. You just had to pay it. So you either had to charge them right for it, or you paid the fee. The transfer fees are higher than what I thought they should have been. And that's what ultimately, they've made some changes. Their payroll system, they're making it mandatory in July that they are going to pay your income tax, federal and state, and not give you the option to do it yourself. Now I do it myself. I have my accounts through the state and Fed and all that, and I just do it. It's easier for me to do it. I have Idaho State unemployment, Idaho State income tax, federal income tax. I have the account set up. I have, already figured out. I don't need QuickBooks to just do it for me. I don't want them to do it for me. I want to be able to do it myself. And they took that option away from me. So I was looking at moving payroll systems to something else. My bookkeeper, Todd, told me to check out Patriot Software. So we did. I looked at it. I went over it. I called them multiple times. I watched their videos. I watched their tour, their video tour. I took my own guided tour. I did all that stuff, and I had talked to Todd about it, and he did the same thing. He got on the phone with them, asked questions, watched the videos, took the tour, thought it would be pretty easy to transfer everything over. He said, let's give it a try. It's free for 30 days, and then it's half price or whatever for another 6 months. So it would, in the long run, for the rest of this year, it's going to save me probably about $300 over the 6 months. So really, that's not a bad savings. Sorry, I have a little squirrel that's paying attention to me here in the park. He come over and was staring at me just a second ago. Little distraction. So I've been using the Patriot software for about a week, and I'm liking it. To get everything set up and get Stripe going, my first customer that paid through ACH on Stripe is going to take about 7 to 10 days to get the money. Unfortunately, it was a customer it's a big customer. It was a big invoice, and that kind of sucks. One-man operation. So with the payroll, it pushed me over. It pushed me over to go ahead and switch over. I think I'm going to like it. Again, it seems pretty easy. I've talked to a couple of customers that I've sent the invoices to, and they seem to think it was fairly easy. And so that is a plus. They can read it easy. They can understand it easy. And everything is right there, self-explanatory, touch of a couple of buttons. They did say that doing to pay, you had to link it to your bank account. She was a little leery, saying that maybe somebody that's not computer literate will have a little bit harder time understanding how to do that. But anybody that has worked with Stripe or any of those should figure it out pretty quickly. So we'll see how that works. Hopefully, it'll become a good thing, and I'll be able to continue. I had the option to let them pay my taxes, but I don't want that. So I've stuck to the lower part of the payroll, the basic, without that, so I can do it myself. They do have direct deposit. They do carry insurance and all that stuff, which I don't have any employees, so I don't need all that right now. Maybe someday. But my advice really, if you're going to start a business, you need an accountant or a bookkeeper right from the very beginning. Just hire somebody to take care of all this for you. You wouldn't go through 3 years of running shit the wrong way like I did and have to spend a little bit of time and money to get it right. So my advice is get with a good bookkeeper, find out what software program they expect they work with, what they find easy. They might tell you QuickBooks. You might like that. You might not mind all the fees and them paying the taxes for you and all that stuff. But there's a lot of software programs out there. There's a lot of ways to do this without falling into a pit hole and getting behind like I did. So do your research, get with a good bookkeeper. If you start your own company, get with a good bookkeeper right off the bat. And that way you start out right and you don't spend a year trying to fix it. It makes your company look better. It makes it look more professional. If you want to find somebody that's a home, one of my customers actually has somebody they taught how to do their books and doing it for them. I made a suggestion the other day that, they should deal with a little bit more than what they're doing. And he kind of agreed and thought he'd talk to her about that. So, anyway, this is kind of long. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, get this all edited together. So the accounting part of it, find a good bookkeeper, find a good accountant, and start from the beginning, doing it right. Don't do as I do as I say, as my father used to tell me. And you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you another day.